Listen carefully. This is not going to be comfortable. Right now, there's a gnawing inside you, a restless blaze you're trying to ignore because it's messy, painful, and demands answers you don't want to face. You're tired. You feel stuck in a cycle where every day repeats the same damn pattern. Hustle, grind, perform, for what? Recognition? Status? An illusion of freedom while wearing invisible chains? The system sells you freedom, but it's a cage disguised as comfort. It tells you to think big, but locks your mind in narrow boxes. Boxes built by rules that weren't meant for you, but for the masses. And you know it. Deep down, you feel the frustration like a fire under your skin. You've got this burning ambition, but somehow it's suffocating, like you're running a race with a broken leg. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. If you don't stop and ask the right question, if you don't force yourself into a raw, naked look at who you really are, you'll keep circling in this prison you call success. You'll keep building ladders that lean against the wrong walls. You'll keep chasing illusions disguised as goals. The problem isn't that you lack talent or drive. The problem is you haven't peeled back the layers of your own illusion. You haven't dared to ask, what part of me am I hiding from? What truth am I refusing to face? This question doesn't whisper. It shouts in your mind every moment you delay. What problem, inside you, are you running from when you're running the fastest? That question slices past the surface because surface questions, how can I be more productive? How can I scale faster? They're distractions. They're the system's tricks to keep you spinning. That deeper question forces you to wrestle with your own resistance, your fear, your excuses, the invisible shackles made of pride, stubbornness, and the lies you tell yourself to feel safe. Now, listen carefully, because this moment is your first real choice between sinking deeper into the same frustration or breaking free from it. Most people will never take this step because it demands unfiltered, brutal honesty. They will settle for surface answers and avoid the sting of true reflection. But you can't afford that. You have to turn the heat up, rip apart your ego's cozy fabric, and stare into the parts of yourself that are broken, lost, maybe even ugly. Here's what to do. Right now, stop everything. No distractions, no excuses. Write down this exact question. What part of my own story am I refusing to question? Don't skim this. Dig into it. Put pen to paper and isolate what stories you tell yourself that keep you stuck. Maybe it's a narrative about how hard you've worked and deserve more without changing anything. Maybe you believe your current identity will protect you from failure. Maybe you're terrified that if you let go of control, everything will collapse. Then, once you've named these stories, attack them with ruthless curiosity. Ask, are these stories my own truths, or are they scripts fed to me by a system designed to keep me compliant? Are these stories about me, or are they excuses disguised as reasons? This is the moment where you stop being a consumer of your own life and start becoming the creator, shaping reality, not as it's sold to you, but as it actually is. But don't stop there. You must go deeper. Because recognizing the stories is just the surface of true self-reflection. You have to question your values fiercely. Are the values you chase truly yours? Or are they inherited shadows handed down by a world that profits from your compliance? This handful of questions will unsettle you. Good. That discomfort means you're alive. It will tear the comfort zone apart. But it's in that tear that transformation lives. Here comes an insider truth few dare to speak. Self-reflection isn't about softer self-care cliches. It's about confrontation, battle, and clear decisions that shake your very core. It's about burning what no longer serves you, even if that fire scorches parts of your identity you once loved. It's about building new structures from the ashes of old illusions, structures designed not for survival, but for uprising. Take a moment to feel the anger you might be holding inside, the rage at the system, in people who misunderstand you, at the invisible forces that try to make your spirit small. That anger is gasoline. Fuel it, don't suppress it. Direct it ruthlessly towards digging out your true purpose. Ask yourself, What fire inside me is begging to be ignited? What future am I willing to fight for? Not the scripted one the world wants, but the one only I can create. But here is the explosive secret. You are not alone in this fight. The loneliness you feel, that crushing isolation that makes you think you're the only one awake, it's a lie. True connection is the power move. Find those few who already see the cracks in the system, the illusions everyone else buys into blindly. Together, through relentless self-overcoming and shared brutal honesty, you will build a network of unbreakable synergy. You will stop being a lone warrior and become part of a force that redefines what's possible. Now take action. Don't wait for some perfect time. It will never come. Here's the concrete step. Every morning, before the noise, write down your deepest doubts about yourself. Every evening, read it back and question what your defenses are trying to protect. Look for the patterns where you're playing small, where you're settling for good enough. Then make a small but defiant choice to push that boundary. Say no to an old habit. Refuse a limiting belief. Seek discomfort with a new challenge. That little daily rebellion is your revolution. It's the foundation of absolute freedom. The freedom to live without the inherited chains of your past, to craft your own values, to live not by systemic permission, but by your own raw choice. This is not a journey for the comfortable or the compliant. This is war for your soul, fought in silence every day. But the prize? The prize is you, free, fierce, unstoppable. You have a mission inside that no system, no nation, no rule book can understand or contain. This is why the world feels like it's suffocating you, because you weren't made for smallness. You are here to rise above illusions, shatter limits, and remake what freedom means. So burn this question into your mind until it burns your complacency down. What part of your real self have you been hiding from? And what will you do to face it now? No more waiting, no more excuses. The future belongs to the few who dare to reflect, rebel, and rebuild themselves, step by step, question by question, day by day. Take that question and let it break you open. Then let what rises from the ashes become the most powerful version of you the world has ever seen. That is the path. No one else will walk it for you. But once you start, all else will become clear.